Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're live on the LI Sports Network. We're at the Northwell Health Ice Center getting ready for the opening puck drop here between the Farmingdale State College Ram and the University of Connecticut Huskies. Travis Quigley here on the call, Paul Trentini on the camera for us here tonight. Both sides lined up on their respective blue lines. Announcements of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem underway. Lineups announced, anthem's been played, we're just about ready to go. Once again, live from the Northwell Health Ice Center, Farmingdale State College, University of Connecticut, ACHA M2 hockey, as Farmingdale looks to sweep the weekend here, coming off of a 5-2 victory last night over Montclair State on the road. Andrew Barron in the blue paint tonight for the Rams. Farmingdale in their home white uniforms, going right to left, first and third period. UConn in the dark blue with the white shoulder caps, white numbers, going left to right, first and third on your screen. I want to thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. Excited to bring you ACHA M2 coverage live on the LI Sports Network, and we are underway. UConn trying to get right on the attack early. It's Kravitz who will circle around his own net. Ivers with a touch pass to LaChase, and out come the Rams. Quick stretch, Signoretti opens up the hips, fires it back over to Ivers. Ivers on the backhand to LaChase, deflects it. It's loose in the paint and then covered up quickly as we get our first stoppage just under 20 seconds into the start of this game. One to the wall by the Huskies. High flip off the glass. Kravitz bats it out of the air. Still kicking around, and now UConn will enter the zone. Well, 2-on-1 look, but Nolte has the stick in the lane, breaks up the pass. That one going to be taken away by Martin. Kravitz now defends. He's able to stretch it to Signoretti. His pass jumps off a skate and into the neutral zone Farmingdale begin to get some fresh legs out there, just 45 seconds in. Move to Nolte on the near corner. He'll reverse it for Bridgewood. Bridgewood has room to skate now. Dylan Bridgewood cuts through the middle, and it goes just in behind Del Grosso. He'll shoot it from a bad angle, and off the stick out of play of Dillner. Left dot. Del Grosso gets through quickly, right through the blue paint. And Dillner slides back, knocks the net off. We'll do the face-off from the same exact spot. Bridgewood throws the body off the face-off, right up against the wall. It comes to Del Grosso, 2-on-2, and Bridgewood comes out with the puck. To the point, it's McGregor. Fumbled it, but quickly recovers and puts it back down low. Del Grosso in battling, gets some help from Keller. Now Leppert pinches in and finds Keller in the corner. Keller takes a check there from Cormy. Leppert on the keep-in, fires it back low. It's Keller on the cycle play. Del Grosso avoids a check. He's surrounded. Bridgewood heads off for some fresh legs. McGregor diving in, shoots, he scores! First of the year for Riley McGregor, and it's 1-0 for the Rams. He's been waiting for that one. Monkey off the back for Riley McGregor. First point in 2025-2026, and it's a top shelf snipe to give the Rams the lead early in period one. UConn looking to break out following the goal from McGregor. Icing will be called here. Back to the point. Leach Wilson going to throw it back down low. Up to the point now for Smith. His shot's blocked. Recovers it, puts it back low, crunched on the wall. Minio, who replaced Smith, drops it for O'Donnell. He blasts one, and it's pushed aside by Dillner. Minio scoops off the wall, rolls to the middle of the ice. Trying to drag the line, forced outside. Offside is called. McGregor from Del Grosso. McGregor's first of the season. Del Grosso picking up his 7th assist of the campaign as he was working hard down low. Fended off 2 checks just to get that pass out to McGregor. It's with Crodell now at the red line. He'll swing it over for Lombardo. Blocker save. Rodriguez trying to bat it out of the air. It'll be flipped in deep now by Deegan, who continues on the forecheck as the Huskies get some fresh legs on. 3 minutes gone by in the first period. Rodriguez chips it ahead for Lombardo, who backhands it deep. Crodell's going to get there first. He'll take a check. Still working for the puck. It comes across, but over the stick of Lombardo. Trying to hinge it back, and it's broken up immediately. Chance to the net. Nolte with the stick check on Jackson Giles. Clean breakout here for the Rams. Out comes Crodell. Rodriguez driving, has Nolte as well. Pass is broken up. Crodell will keep it deep, and now he's going to try to head to the bench quickly. Nolte hammers it back in. LaChase over the boards as well as Signoretti. Little head fake on the carry from Kaplan. He'll put it cross corner. Blast! They score! A quick response from UConn off the cross corner dump. And the one-time bomb beats Barron. It's 1-1. Little head fake.
Shea Donahue
from
tracked it down.
Put it across corner.
Off the A1
Blast.
cleaning sign, and
They score!
really stepped into that one. A laser from the top of the circle. And it's a 1-1 hockey game here at Northwell Health. Rams win it, D-to-D pass, and LaChase ramps it into the zone. McGregor pinching hard, trying to keep it, can't. One-on-one gonna turn into a 2-on-1 look, and a breadbasket save for Andrew Barrett. No troubles there on the shot from Martin. Pardon me, that was Ciccarella who fired that one through. Face off one back for Leppert. He'll cut the net and move it weak side to Bridgewood. Clean look there. He'll chip it out long in space. Keller trying to win the foot race. Icing called. Oh, so close right there. One-one scoreline. McGregor for the Rams. Donahue for the Huskies. Another face-off win for Keller. McGregor will block that shot, comes outside. UConn must tag. Leppert sees a lane to skate. Little head fake, stays through the middle of the ice and shoots, but offside called. As Trabb just entered the zone. A nick ahead of the puck. UConn who control it, hard off the glass, jumps over the stick of Leach Wilson. Barron plans on playing it out, moves it to Smith. He's able to poke it ahead for Bridgewood off the boards to Keller, just beyond his reach. Back north come UConn. Ciccarella over the blue, trying to dangle through Smith. Comes off his skate into the corner. And Keller with a big hit thrown. Bridgewood back over the line. Trying to fend off the pressure. It was taken away. Chip back ahead for Ciccarella, who's back up after taking that hit from Keller. In with numbers, slides it middle. Backhander goes wide. Smith looking to clear. He does. A quick reset as Cormier plays it over. And a slap shot in from Jake Donovan. Hits the back wall and Leach Wilson collects. Up the boards, turnover. Bumper spot, one-timer over the net. Duffy collects, slides it to Leach Wilson. Goes through the skates to Del Grasso, will pick it off the boards and tries to return it to Duffy. O'Donnell puts it low. Off the glass, it'll go out of play over the boards. 1-1 hockey game here in the first period between UConn and Farmingdale. Big matchup for both sides as they look to gather momentum with the regular season winding down. Regionals just a couple weeks away. Want to be playing your best hockey as Del Grasso hooks it out front. Pops to Kravitz, he'll shoot. That's blocked. Del Grasso. O'Donnell blocks that pass. Takes it back. Out front, Del Grasso! What a save! Dillner with the glove hand just robbed Del Grasso of his first career goal. O'Donnell blocks that pass. Takes what a stop back from Eric Dillner. Out front, Del Grasso! Back in, the Huskies come. Pops up the wall, now move to the point, and Del Grasso diving, getting in the lane, blocks the shot. Kravitz moves it long, Duffy drops it for Del Grasso. He's in with a wrister, and a save by Dillner. Puck going to be kept in by Crodell. Duffy moves it across, skips past Del Grasso. Huskies will clear. Sent long for the captain. Speck's pass blocked off. Back with UConn, who look to reset. And Duffy will knock that one down with the shin pad. Kravitz brings it back. Pass inadvertently hits the official skate. Nobody home in the slot to finish the chance for UConn. Crodell with the stick in the lane. Now just a high flip. Going to be forced. Nolte for Lombardo. Now to Crodell. Crodell coming down the sheet with numbers. Hits Leppert. Back over. Right under the triangle of Lombardo. That 4-on-2 rush there's McGregor unable to keep it. Leppert will reset. Trying to flip it in. It's batted out of the air by Kraus. Kraus takes a check from McGregor. He's knocked off the puck. Back comes Minio. Just ahead of Crodell with the pass. Minio knocks it down, keeps it in the zone. He'll slide it over to Crodell. Off the wall, trying to poke it deep. It pops in the air. And the Huskies get it out once again, going long. Leppert puts it back in. This will allow the remainder of that Farmingdale forward line to head off the ice. Ivers on the stick lift, wins it back for the Rams. Signoretti will turn north. Goes long for Ivers, just missed his stick. Icing called. 12:03 left in period one. 1-1 the scoreline. McGregor for Farmingdale, Donahue for UConn. UConn won it, but it's jumped immediately. And now a stretch pass for Ivers. Ivers in, pad save. He'll cycle it for Signoretti. Looking to hook it till the chase comes off his left skate. Once again, Huskies off the glass and out. Through the middle for Ivers. Back in 3-on-2. Ivers looking back door. Goes to the corner. Signoretti for Leach Wilson. Returns it deep. Shoveled up the boards by Melanson. And skating it out, dumping it in, Riley LeBlanc. Leach Wilson there. We'll flip it over to Signoretti. Has LeChase springing. The pass hits Ivers in the back. Back in Giles. He's knocked off the puck. LeBlanc into the slot. And Signoretti will clear. Keller stops up, takes it, leaves it for Ivers. 3-on-2. Leach Wilson joining the fray. Dropped off. Pass broken up. Back over. UConn got to be careful here. They don't get caught. And offside called. Leach Wilson a little slow coming back out of the zone. Face off in front of the UConn bench. Face off one, but it's jumped immediately, and now it's going to be a chance for the Huskies. Snapshot kicked away by Barron on the try from Martin. Mascari, another shot, and Barron will make the save. Net came off in the process, so we get a whistle. With the Rams, Kravitz reverses to Bridgewood. He'll bring it back behind the net. And now cuts through the middle to lead the rush. Goes across the sheet to Nolte. Nolte, bad angle shot, generates a rebound, comes right back to him. Now he's knocked off the puck by Navano. Out come UConn. Cross corner dump. Took a funny hop, and it's going to be won by Keller. And Keller leads a 4-on-2 rush. Drops it off for Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a shot, save. Pops to Bridgewood. He scores! Dylan Bridgewood restores the lead for the Rams. 2-1 with exactly 10 minutes to go in period one. Drops it off for Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a good low shot from Rodriguez that generated that chance. To Bridgewood. Bridgewood stops on a dime, doesn't stick handle it, puts it right back towards the net, and beats Dillner to make it a 2-1 hockey game. Dylan. Cheat dumps it in. Leppert back for it. Will leave it for Duffy. Swats at it, gets it back to Leppert. Trapp will circle back and now move it to McGregor. A D-to-D look for Leppert as Farmingdale break out, but it jumps over Trapp's stick. Dumped right back in, and McGregor will be first back for it. Quick curl. Pokes it ahead for Trapp. Trapp to O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes across for Leppert. Leppert gaining the red line, backhands it in, kisses off the top of the glass and stays in the rink. Trapp plugging the boards, keeps it low. Duffy will get there first. Shovels it right back where it came from. Now it's swung up to Cormy. He'll move it through the middle of the ice. 1-on-2 look. Barron takes the shot up high as Kasachi let that one fly as Crodell beats his man, but loses his stick. Would have been a 2-on-1 with Del Grosso. Back north, it's UConn. Drop pass, poked through by Kraus, but could not get a shot towards the net. UConn back in. That one floated towards goal, punched away by Barron, and another one by Filipovic is smothered by Barron. 2 shots in a row there for Sasha Filipovic. And Barron says no. Backhanded around to Del Grosso. The Rams have been very successful at the faceoff dot so far here in this first period. Crodell will stop up. Leaves it for Del Grosso. Back for Crodell. Crodell up to the point. It's Kravitz. Kravitz with a shot. Kicks off the back wall. Lombardo out front. Off the mask of Dillner. And the net comes off. From the point, that shot gets blocked. It's kept in by Nolte. Nolte drops it off. One-timer! They score! Jace Lombardo, 3-1 Rams. Point, that shot gets blocked. Great job by Nolte to hold the line there after his initial shot gets blocked. Nolte drives through the middle and puts it right in Lombardo's wheelhouse. And it's 3-1. Lombardo with his 13th of the season. Gets it in quick succession after Bridgewood scored his 9th. And the Rams with a 2-goal advantage here in the first. LaChase, great stick check, and back north is Ivers. Ivers lost it, but he's able to continue to force it low. Signoretti out front. Missed the stick of LaChase, and out come UConn. And he fired right on goal. Barron took it with the glove, kept it close, and covers. Kravitz getting an assist on that goal as well. Strong couple of shifts in a row here for the Rams. Looking to continue to set the pace of this game as Leppert goes near side glass off the draw. And out comes Signoretti with numbers. Signoretti opens up, looking for a lane. LaChase off the outside of the net, puts it back up top. McGregor for Signoretti. He'll open, hits the skates of Ivers on the pass. We get another stoppage as the net was off again. Definitely something to keep an eye on here is that net coming off. It's happened a couple times already here in this first period. See if at any point the officials put up a warning. Seen it happen before. Leppert on the keep-in. Floats it down low. Ivers couldn't get the touch on it. Cross-ice pass is broken up by Ivers, and McGregor will wrap it back in.
Ivers off the boards, got the stick lifted, and it's Riley LeBlanc who will carry out, stretching it cross ice. Toe drag, broken up McGregor. Leppert takes the biscuit. Left it for LeChase, and he'll put it up into the crowd. No change for Farmingdale. Face-off will be in their D zone here. Rams win it, and McGregor will skate to the weak side, our near side. Two-on-two battle on the wall, and out Mascari drags it around the net after thinking about the stuff play. Pulled off the wall. Still with Mascari. He'll cycle it in for Martin. Martin overskates it. Stops up and gets to it first, though. Trying to slide it to the point, and it's going to be going all the way back to the UConn defensive end. 5 new skaters on for Farmingdale. Right through the middle, pass to Ciccarella. He'll drive in wide on Leach Wilson, who stops him up with the skate and sends it long off the boards for Keller. Keller takes a check, but Minio scoops the puck. It's Bridgewood. It was bouncing and went right off his feet. Smith's shot is blocked. Cam Kaplan trying to lead the breakout. Forced to stop up and retreat, and Smith will keep the line. Minio goes back to Smith. Returns it to Minio. Joe Minio stops up. Finds Tommy Smith with a one-timer deflected into the corner by Keller. Back for Minio. Trying to leave it for Smith. It'll be forced out of the zone. Smith's pass gets to Minio. And Minio taken down. Delayed penalty here on the Huskies. Power play coming as Minio draws the tripping call. Kaplan to the box for 2. Right of Dillner, and it'll be won by Crodell. Crodell, O'Donnell, Lombardo, Duffy, and McGregor on the ice. McGregor gets it. Thought about the shot, hits Duffy instead. They'll put it out front, and Crodell gloves down the rebound. Back up top to McGregor. O'Donnell wanted it. His shot, friendly fire, hits Lombardo. Duffy goes off the wall to McGregor. He ends up in the corner, hits Duffy. His shot gets blocked. Crodell and Lombardo all over it. They take it back for the Rams. Crodell to Duffy for McGregor now. Thought about the pass, circles back to create space. Now to O'Donnell. He'll drag and shoot. Save. Dillner holds on to it for the whistle. Fresh 5 coming out for Farmingdale. Bridgewood, LeChase, Keller, Ivers, and Pat Nolte. Bridgewood possesses off the faceoff. Swings it towards the net. Dillner's going to play this one, wraps it around, and Nolte's there to hold it. He'll switch spots with Keller. Keller trying to kick it out of his own feet. LeChase now up top to Nolte. Nolte for Keller on the right flank. Has a lane. Looking through the seam for Ivers. Never made it to him, and the Huskies get the puck out. On his horse, chasing this one down is Specht. So Barron will swing it quickly to Ivers. Ivers to the outside for Bridgewood. Drops it back for Nolte. Nolte's got a lane here. Nolte shoots over the net. Keller goes low to Bridgewood. 25 left on the power play. To the point, Ivers jumps over his stick. Barron comes out to the corner to settle it down.
He'll move it to Ivers. Thomas Ivers looking for some help, opens up, trying to hook it back to LeChase, never got to him. Nolte walks as the power play expires. Back to 5-on-5. LeChase looking seam, it's intercepted by Filipovic. Filipovic runs a give and go, skates it out. A drop pass for Deegan. Deegan looking back in front, Nolte blocks the pass. The puck is still loose, and we got the whistle. Official lost sight of it there. Right of Barron. 2:45 remaining here in the first period. It's chipped out by Del Grasso. He's got a 2-on-1 with Lombardo. Del Grasso for Lombardo. Pass is blocked. It's back with Crodell. He'll hit Leppert. Leppert walks, hits Lombardo on the goal line. Wraparound try, save. Rebound still free. Nets off. No change for UConn. That was a great play from Jake Donovan. The sliding block on that 2-on-1. Right at Dillner. 1 to Lombardo. He'll wrap it low to Crodell. For Lombardo. Trying to get it out of his skates. Del Grasso's there to collect it. Drops it off, but comes out to neutral ice. Kravitz will curl. Puts it back over for Crodell. Crodell skating backwards, trying to leave it for Leppert. He'll retreat to the point and roll middle. Puts it into the corner for Crodell. Crodell's pass blocked off by Donovan. Now Del Grasso back to Crodell. Gets it to Lombardo. Up top, Leppert. Leppert's shot blocked. Huskies clear the zone, put it in deep, and they'll make a change. So Barron kicks it to the corner for Kravitz. Moves it for Leppert. Cuts to the middle and now finds O'Donnell over the blue line. Back for Leppert. Leppert on the backhander, save made. Rebound, pushed back in front by Trabb, and Dillner covers. Right to Duffy, top of the circle, rings the crossbar. It's O'Donnell. Fans on the pass. Stays with it as Ciccarella defends tight. Batted out of the air by Leach Wilson. Delayed offside, Farmingdale tag up. Pushed into the middle of the ice. A snap shot over the head of Barron. Kept in the zone by Kaplan. He puts that wide. Thrown back in deep, final minute of the first period. Smith on a high flip. It's kept in. Martin looks across, toe save, Barron on the one-timer from Ciccarella. That takes a deflection. Smith puts it to the wall. Kaplan pinches, cuts to the middle. Moves it cross point, and it's thrown back deep by Petit, no lane to the net. 30 seconds to go. Petit for Kaplan. Save Barron. Back to Petit on the rebound. Deflects wide. Another try. Barron save. Net off. 19 seconds to go in the first. Huskies win the draw. Save Barron. Loose in the high slot. Another save, Barron. Kravitz collects the rebound. Off the glass. It'll be kept in by Kaplan. He drives down the wall. Shot blocked. Rebound. They score! with less than 10 seconds remaining in the first period. UConn make it 3-2, pardon me. A one-goal game.
Kaplan, he drives down the wall.
It was blocked, and Barron just tried to paddle it away. And inadvertently paddled it right onto the stick of Ciccarella, who makes it 3-2. UConn, one last shot, parried aside by Andrew Barron, and that does it for the first. 3-2 game, Farmingdale out in front. Riley McGregor got the scoring started. We'll run through our first period recap. As it was Del Grasso here in the corner, evading two defenders, finds a diving McGregor, who takes a couple steps in and rips the wrist shot home to give the Rams the 1-0 advantage. But not long after,
fake on the carry
bounce back,
from
cross-corner dump from
Kaplan,
Kaplan
put
and
it
Donahue.
corner.
Blast!
The dot just
They
steps
score!
into it.
Puts it top shelf. A bullet of a one-timer there.
O'Donnell blocks that pass. Takes it
We were
back.
pretty close to seeing
Out
the
front,
first goal
Del
for Gavin Del
Grasso.
Grasso in his Farmingdale Rams career.
What
but
a
Dillner said absolutely not.
save!
Not just yet, at least. I'm grabbing that one with the glove. That was a beautiful save there for Dillner, which kept it.
Drops it
1-1
off
hockey
for
game.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez 2-1. Rodriguez
With a shot save.
Steered away, but it went right
Pops
to
to
Bridgewood.
Bridgewood.
Just quick
He
threw it back on net. And gave Farmingdale the
scores!
advantage. Right at the halfway point.
That shot gets
And then
blocked.
2 minutes later,
It's
Pat
kept
Nolte
in by
got his initial shot
Nolte.
blocked, kept it in.
Nolte drops
And
it
finds
off.
Lombardo for the one-timer.
They score!
Beat Dillner in the same spot that Bridgewood beat him. That made it 3-1.
The glass. It'll be kept
But
in.
not before the end of the period. The
Kaplan. He
Huskies
drives down the wall.
found a response to their
Shot
own, just getting
blocked.
pucks to the net. Kaplan.
Rebound. They score.
And the rebound pops right out. And a wide open net to put it home. 3-2 scoreline. Here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Travis Quigley on the mic. Paul Trentini on the camera for us here this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. We're going to take a quick pause. Zamboni passing in front of your screen momentarily. So set about a 12-minute timer, and we'll return with period number 2 right here live on the LI Sports Network. We're back for period 2 here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call, Paul Trentini on the cam. 3-2 lead for Farmingdale after 20 minutes of hockey. Bouncing in the neutral zone. It's Nolte who carries in. Takes it around the net. Moves it to LaChase. Over for Signoretti. Was looking for the one-timer, but was out of reach. Kravitz to the goal line for Ivers. Hits LaChase. His shot is blocked. And the net off once again. Left of Dillner. LaChase wins it back. Signoretti fans on the wrist shot. McGregor will keep it in. It's Ivers. Behind the net hits Leppert. Glove save for Dillner. Huskies get it out. It's trapped and now dumped in. Comes off a Leppert. Might be a chance, but Leppert quickly recovers, puts it to the corner. Saved by Barron. And Minio will slide it to Duffy. Duffy goes back to Minio. Over the blue line and just trying to put that low. Cormy takes away the space. McGregor pinches, keeps it deep. Back for McGregor. Stopped twice there by Dillner. O'Donnell has it now. Hits McGregor. He's looking at back post. And the Huskies flip it out to neutral ice. Leppert right back in. Delayed offside here as the Rams got to tag up. Huskies are going to wrap it all the way down, and this one going to be waved off here. Leach Wilson for Minio. And he didn't get a touch on that. Now an icing called on Farmingdale. Bridgewood comes in to help Keller on the faceoff. It's behind the net, played up top to the point. And that one, friendly fire for UConn as it came off the body of Deegan. Filipovic moves it to the near side from the point. That one certainly got away from Girardi there. And now it's to Keller. And Keller has a lot of pace coming down the ice. Keller tucks the shoulder, and he's forced behind the nets. Leach Wilson keeps the zone. Settles it, goes to the goal line for Bridgewood. Bridgewood walks, passing lane. Smith one-timer, ends up behind the net with Keller. Out front, that's blocked. Keller to Bridgewood. He shoots on the bad angle, save made. Rebound, Smith one-timer. And another stoppage for the net being off. Fresh five out for the Rams as we're right at Dillner for the faceoff. UConn win the draw in the D zone. Long pass for Filipovic. He couldn't clear. Nivano puts it around to the weak side. Nolte got a piece. Trabb holds it. Now it's poked out. Crodell up against the wall right in front of the Farmingdale bench. Skates it back in. Trying to kick it deep with the left foot. 2-on-2 battle right now. Both sides trying to dig it free. It's swept out with the glove hand by Kraus. Lombardo in, plays the body. Kravitz pinching, got the stick lifted by Filipovic. And Nolte collects at his own blue. Redirected in by Crodell. Lombardo's the first forechecker. Gets help from Crodell, who takes the puck. Finds Lombardo out to the slot. Nobody home for the pass. UConn clear. Dump in. Held at the point. That shot goes wide from Melanson. Back from Melanson up top. Barron makes the save. Punched right back to Melanson. Trying to find a lane, nothing, so he puts it low. Into the slot. Ends up right back to him. D-to-D look. Barron, another stop through traffic. That was off the stick of Donovan. And Crodell will scoop it. Gain the blue line. Tired bodies out there for Farmingdale right now. Trying to make that change. One-time chance, Signo ready. Had the stick lifted by Donahue right as he got the shot off. It's chipped out now for Jackson Giles. Slides it over, offside is called. Huskies win the face-off. Ivers all over it, takes it away. Finds Signoretti, couldn't settle the rolling puck. The chase comes across, plays the body. It's shoveled in by LeBlanc. McGregor back, collects. Reverse it up the same side boards. Shot on goal off the pad of Barron. And Signoretti hits Ivers springing. Ivers in with a chance. Save made by Dillner. Right out come UConn on the D-zone draw. Dragging in with a chance. Barron makes a save on Martin. And back out come Farmingdale. Duffy receives it driving wide. A low shot. Rebound generated. Rodriguez couldn't put it back on goal. High flip comes out of play. One back, but jumped immediately and carried out by Mascari. Trying to slide it to Martin. Mascari lost the handle, and it's flipped long. Icing is called. Huskies win it. It's taken away immediately. And Tim Duffy wheeling in. Slide through, doesn't get to Rodriguez. Kravitz wins the stick battle. But backhanded in, goes to Dillner. Dillner leaves it for Navano, cuts around the net.
Again puts it to neutral ice, and Kravitz will put it right back in deep. Bridgewood going to be the first forechecker here. Cross ice look, didn't find a home, and Duffy takes it back in. Trying to cut middle, knocked off the puck. Keller scoops it though, save Dillner. Duffy trying to go to the point. The pass is picked off by Mascari, and it's 3-on-2 UConn. Mascari through his own skates, backdoor look, save Barron! Oh my goodness! Andrew Barron robs him with the paddle, keeps Farmingdale with a 1-goal lead. Mascari, and it's 3-on-2 UConn. Mascari through his own skates, backdoor look, save Barron! Oh my! 3-2, the score stays thanks to Andrew Barron. UConn looking for one here. Minio eats that one off the shin pad. Fired long, it's going to be a foot race for it. Leppert wins it, icing called. Ozone face-off for Farmingdale as they look to regain the 2-goal advantage they had back in the first period. One to Bridgewood. Goal line, Keller walks the net. Moves it to the slot. Pass gets intercepted. His headman to Kasache, drops it outside. Right pad save for Barron on Specht. Pops out to Bridgewood. A high flip clears the zone. Minio chasing it down, icing waved off. Minio puts the body on Melanson. It's cleared out, and an icing will be called here on the Huskies. Twelve and a half remaining here in period 2. 3-2 the score line. Farmingdale in front. Travis Quigley here on the mic. Paul Trentini on the camera for us. Want to thank you all so much for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. Draw one back as Lombardo shot blocked. Del Grasso for Lombardo. Comes up top to the point for Smith. Hacked away, but he keeps it in. Crodell rolls. Trying to find that lane. Still with Crodell, little head fake. Continues to walk around the offensive zone. Now to the point, it's Leach Wilson. Gets it around for Lombardo. Didn't get much mustard on it. Was unable to get it back for Smith. Rams quickly regroup. Leach Wilson carries in. Wide on the backhand, Crodell just misses. Up top for Smith, he'll walk. Finds Leach Wilson. Trying to cut back to the middle, and it'll be forced into neutral ice. UConn trying to make a change, so Farmingdale trying to go quick. It's Del Grasso on the outside, trying to protect the puck here. He's quickly closed off by 2 Huskies. Smith puts it back in, heads off for a change, as does Crodell, so LeChase and Kravitz on. Leach Wilson gonna try to hustle off now. A stretch pass, springing ahead, but losing the puck was Michael Deegan. So he's trying to get that breakaway look. Kravitz quickly took it away from him. Del Grasso leaves it for Ivers, trying to one-hand it into the slot. Melanson up the wall. Nolte for LeChase. To Ivers in the corner, trying to touch it up top for Kravitz. It splits the 2 defenders. And once again, Farmingdale have to regroup. Kravitz off the glass for Ivers. Hits LeChase, trying to go across. That's jumped. 3-on-2 for UConn. Pass came under the stick of Kraus. They'll put it in low. Kraus back in to help now. Kraus, wraparound try, save Barron, rebound, and it's forced behind the net. For Signoretti, off the wall to Ivers, got a touch on it but couldn't clear. Barron makes the save, trying to dive on it, but was unable to corral it. This time it will be cleared out by the Rams.
They've got some time on the delayed offside. And now it's moved to Signoretti, who enters. Signoretti for LaChase. LaChase going back door. Pops all the way up to Leppert, who puts it back for LaChase in the corner. He's pinned against the News 12 sign as that one is flipped out of play. We're past the halfway point of this hockey game. 3-2 for the Rams over the Huskies at the Northwell Health Ice Center, East Meadow, Long Island. Rams win it. It's Leppert who walks and shoots. Big kick off the wall, back off Dillner's pad. Duffy trying to stuff it. He's stopped up. McGregor keeps it in, plugging the boards. Duffy gets it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell for Rodriguez. Save made. McGregor to the net. That goes wide. LeBlanc catches up to it. Slides it across. Giles on the drop pass from the point. And that goes right off the shin pad of Donahue all the way back down into the UConn end. Looking middle, Donahue will pick it off the boards. Chance there, save Barron. Another chance, save, rebound, they score! All alone on the back door was Donahue, and he's got 2 tonight. We're tied up at 3.
Chance there, save.
Barron makes the initial save. Rams can't clear.
Chance.
Barron makes another stop through traffic, but the rebound pumps right to Donahue, and he shovels it in to tie this game up. He tied it up at 1 in the first period. He ties it up at 3 here in the second. Bridgewood trying to get on the attack. He's knocked to the ice. Keller with a big hit thrown. Keller's been laying the boom all over this sheet tonight. Bridgewood was exchanging some words with Melanson there in front. Keller wins it back. Drags shot, doesn't go. And it looks like we're just going to get a redo here completely. Trabb steps in and wins it. Keller keeps it low. Bridgewood there, protecting the puck. A quick cutback. Looking back door. It pops to Smith. He shoots off the glove of Dillner. Long dump in. Won't be an icing. Smith there. Lots of pressure on. Smith blows a tire. Turnover. Chance doesn't go as Mascari hits the glass. And a delayed penalty coming up here on Bridgewood. Bridgewood gets the gate. UConn to go on the man advantage. And they're rallying right now, banging on the wall, getting very loud here as they sense a chance to take the momentum of this hockey game. Bridgewood to the box for 2. Nolte looking to clear. Kept in by Melanson with the skate. Crodell just trying to swarm quickly. Floated back down low. Kravitz poked it to Lombardo. 2-on-2. Lombardo's shot Save made. Dillner takes the whistle. And now we got some pushing and shoving in front of Dillner here. Draw one by Farmingdale, and a penalty is called here. It's a hooking call. And just like that, Crodell and Lombardo go to work, and they draw a penalty, which puts us to 4-on-4 hockey, negating the remainder of the power play for UConn. That's just hard work and effort right there from Crodell and Lombardo. Creating the chance. Got to remember, it did start with Kravitz helping clear the zone. They got an offensive face-off, and from there, able to draw a penalty out of it. 4-on-4 hockey now. A lot of open ice as Ivers will leave it for Nolte. Nolte starts to walk. He'll toe drag and shoot, but that's blocked. Kaplan cuts, swings it D to D. Fanning on the pass was Petit, has to circle back. Cormy left it for Speck. Speck, chip and chase. Kravitz trying to avoid a hit. He's able to circle it up the boards. Held in the zone. Once again, a battle down low. Ivers will slide it over. He takes the check, and he continues to buzz as Nolte has possession. Nolte over the line. Ivers driving the net. Pass gets blocked. Back the other way. It's Specht trying to drive wide on McGregor. Tucking the shoulder. McGregor dumps him to the ice. Held in at the point. McGregor will block the shot. Has LeChase springing on the weak side, looking for Ivers. Hits the stanchion. Bounces right to Dillner, who's forced to cover it up. Leppert is forced all the way back into his own corner, but does a very nice job to keep possession here. Bridgewood's out of the box in 5, and then we have a brief Farmingdale power play. Back comes Bridgewood. He's onto the bench. Del Grasso's onto the ice. Crodell cuts in with speed. Looks back door, pad save, rebound, another one for Dillner. He covers. Six minutes to go here in period 2. 3-all between the Rams and the Huskies. Face-offs one to the boards by Crodell. Leppert over to McGregor. He'll walk, drops it back for Leppert. A shot through traffic, and Dillner will smother it. Face-off one back to McGregor. Just 10 left on the power play. Drop back for McGregor. To the right flank, it's Lombardo. Shot is blocked. Puck is cleared, and Melanson comes out of the box. We return to 5-on-5 hockey. McGregor for Del Grasso, touch pass, it's John Crodell. Crodell goes in wide. Quick backhand, forehand move. Lombardo had the stick tied up. He couldn't get a shot through. Del Grasso keeps it deep. It's Lombardo protecting. He'll spin to create space. Now moves it to the point for Smith. Walking, find the lane, save made. Lombardo wraps it around, hit the outside of the net. He's gonna wrap it one more time. It pops to the back door. Leach Wilson on the keep. Right on net, save Dillner, could not control that. And the rebound is pushed to the corner. Back with Leach Wilson up top. Lets it go. Another save for Dillner. It's O'Donnell rolling with it. Cross point Smith. Smith shoots. That's blocked. The Huskies get it out. Not deep though as Leach Wilson goes back north to O'Donnell and he'll high flip it in. Duffy almost taking it away in front there. Leach Wilson regroups. His pass is intercepted. Back into the zone, Filipovic, shot save, they score! Oh no! The rebound comes right off Aaron Leach Wilson and in, and UConn take their first lead of the night. Filipovic gonna be credited for the goal. Back into the zone, Filipovic came right back and he was just trying to settle it and push it away. Instead it bobbles on him and goes right into his own net.
Oh no!
4-3 lead for UConn. Ciccarella. Pinned by Kravitz. O'Donnell in plays the body. That shot goes wide. Came off the stick of Mascari. O'Donnell's trying to clear. Couldn't get it out. Martin, snapshot, save, rebound, and Barron quick to dive on it. Shot fought off by Barron. Slid middle to O'Donnell from Minio. O'Donnell for Nolte trailing, hits Minio. Minio's shot is blocked. Kravitz will dump it right back in as the Rams tag. O'Donnell looking to make a move. He's forced to the corner. Finds Minio, toe drag. Just lost the handle though. And now a saucer pass gonna be kept in by Nolte just briefly though. Duffy looking long to LeChase. And icing gonna be called on the Rams. Glove down, Duffy comes in, plays the body, hand pass is called. LeChase wins it. Signoretti's shot blocked. It's Ivers. Back out front, hits a skate. McGregor will keep it in. Ivers takes a hack. LeChase will get to the puck. Into the slot. Nothing for Ivers there. Racing out of the zone is Giles. Knocked to the ice by Leppert. Out of the corner, a little 2-on-1 look. And it's poked away from Donahue by LeChase. LeChase is buzzing. He'll stop up. Floats it back door. Signoretti! He scores! The Rams tie it up at 4. What a beautiful pass from Joe LaChase. And Signoretti stays hot in 2026. LaChase is buzzing. Great look here from Ivers and Signoretti. Just driving that back door, had his stick ready. Signoretti! And hammers it at the net, beating Dillner low. And we are tied up at 4. Back in, dumped to the ice is Ivers. That was a big hit thrown there by Navano. 3-on-2 against the wall in favor of UConn. Both sides trying to dig it free. Signoretti does, puts it to the weak side. Poked past Leppert, and McGregor's back to collect. Trying to find that outlet, instead stops up, puts it high off the glass and out for Keller. Beautiful hand-eye, knocks it out of the air. 3-on-2, Keller for Signoretti. Back in front, Ivers couldn't redirect it. Cormie puts it past Leach Wilson. Barron will poke it into the corner, and Leppert will put it over the glass. .141 left here in the second period. One back by the Huskies. That shot steered aside by Leppert. Keller playing the body behind the net. Force that turnover. It'll be kept in at the blue line. Deflected right into Barron's glove. Navano's shot. Good piece of it there, but could not beat Barron. One back and swung to Bridgewood. It's rolling on him. He's going to stop up and settle it down. He'll cut to the middle. Fanned on the attempt. And now out with a big burst of speed. It's Filipovic. Has numbers, but could not connect with Deegan there. Come back out to neutral ice. And flipped in towards net. Barron kicks it away. Leach Wilson fans on it, and he's going to take a penalty. Leach Wilson fighting it a bit right now as he's going to take a 2-minute tripping call. And UConn will go on the power play. Left of Barron. Final minutes of play here in period 2. Cordell started skating it, took a bump, and Kravitz is going to join the play and take the puck. Drops it for Lombardo. Lombardo trying to go back, it's blocked. Thomas Martin with the sliding play there. Into the zone, Ciccarella out front. It's blocked again by the Rams. Can they clear? They do. Melanson looking across, and Kravitz able to dump this back in. Dillner leaves it behind the net. Melanson driven ahead into the zone. Crodell on a stick lift will send it 200 feet. Just 10 seconds left here in period 2. A long stretch pass for Donahue. Over the blue line, drops it off. A quick snapshot save. Barron covers. One second left. off the draw, nothing there, and time will expire here in the second. 4-4 after 40 minutes of hockey. It has been an eventful game here tonight. We'll give you our second period recap.
Mascari.
Break.
And it's 3-on-2 UConn. Mascari off the glass by Mascari.
Again, it was 3-2.
And it's 3-on-2 UConn. Mascari through his own
stop right here from
skates.
Andrew
Backdoor look.
That kept it a 3-2.
Save Barrett.
Not sure how he was able to snag that with a paddle, but he did. But
Chance there.
not
Save
too long after, just a few
Barrett.
minutes.
Another
It was
chance.
UConn, who bounced right back.
Save.
Initial shot
Rebound.
stopped,
They
the second one stopped, but the third opportunity was potted in
intercepted.
for the Huskies. And here
Back
on the
into
zone
the
rush,
zone.
Filipovic puts it to the net,
Filipovic.
and just
Shot
unfortunate bounce to Lee
save.
Wilson.
They
He was trying to settle it.
score.
North
Chase.
instead, it bobbles on him and ends up in the back of the net.
The chase is
Farmingdale were able to
buzzing.
respond quickly as the chase
He'll
on the zone
stop
entry 2-on-2. Floats a pass back door to Signoretti.
Signoretti.
Hammered
He
into the back of the net. Signoretti has been on fire here in the second semester. He's up to 4 goals now in 5 games. 4-4 here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Travis Quigley on the call. Paul Trentini operating the camera for us here this evening. Once again, thank you so much for joining us on LISN for continued coverage of ACHA M2 hockey. Farmingdale and UConn in the room right now. Zamboni about to enter the ice. And we are going to head to break and come back in about 15 minutes with the third period of Farmingdale and UConn. Will we find a winner? Will we need extra time? We'll find out in just a little bit, right here, live and only, on the LI Sports Network. Third period is a go here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call, Paul Trentini on the camera. 4-all between Farmingdale and UConn. It's the Huskies on the power play here. And Crodell takes it away but couldn't settle. Cutting back, sliding it to Kaplan at the point. Lombardo to a knee, blocks the shot, and Nolte gets it out. Lombardo trying to send it the rest of the way. That was knocked down. Now Nolte will fire 200 feet. Fresh 4 on for the Rams as Leach Wilson is back in 15 seconds. Bridgewood takes it away. Chip and chase for the Huskies here. Leppert trying to get it out. He does. Friendly hop there for the Rams defenseman. Leach Wilson returns. 5-on-5 hockey here. Bridgewood forces a turnover out front. Is out of reach of Del Grasso and not in the lane for Leppert. Leppert had to retreat to defend Ciccarella. He throws it in. Kraus. Poke back behind the net. Keller takes it now. Keller hits Del Grasso springing, and Del Grasso's off to the races on a breakaway. He gets hooked. Chance for Keller. Blasts it wide. Barron races to the bench. Extra skater on. Huskies will touch it up. I don't think we're going to get a penalty shot here. I think we're just going to see 2 minutes for hooking called. And indeed, that is what we're going to get. Farmingdale going on the power play. Beniotis to the box on that hook. It's one back to Nolte. Starts to walk. Gets to the middle of the ice and hits Keller. Keller with a shot. That's blocked. Pops right to Ivers. He'll go to the point. Now move it to Bridgewood on the goal line. Bridgewood hits Ivers. One-timer. Short side. Missed the net. And ends up back in the neutral zone. Nolte will retreat back behind Barron as Ivers will swing. Doesn't take the puck. Now Nolte looks to hit him, but the pass came behind him. Dillner out of the net. That will negate the icing. He'll send it back out. It's with Nolte. Pressure being applied right now by Deegan. He'll circle back as now Ivers once again swings and leaves the puck. Nolte continues to skate it, and now we'll dump it in. Hacked at, kept by Keller. Around for LeChase. He'll go to the point. It's Ivers. Ivers walks. 50 left on the power play. Goes back door. And Keller unable to get the stick on it. Nolte around for Bridgewood. Bridgewood protects. Ivers off, Leppert on. LeChase back to Bridgewood. He shoots. Shoulder save. Dillner stays in the rink. Leppert will keep it in. He'll walk and go across to Nolte. Nolte returns it to Leppert. Leppert finds a lane, punched away. LeChase tied up on the wall. Bridgewood in to help. Saucer over to Leppert. Walks to the middle of the ice. He'll shoot. Deflected down LeChase, but missed the net, and the Huskies clear. Barron out, trying to go long. It's LeChase at the red line. He'll have to put it back for Leppert. Almost didn't make it to him. We return to 5-on-5 as both sides have been perfect on the penalty kill here tonight. Crodell will take it. Lombardo knocks it out of the air but stays in the zone. Specht with a chance. Pad save for Barron. Up to the point. That goes back door. Redirected wide by Cormy. Glove down, stays inside. That shot's blocked. Leppert caught it up high for Cormy. Out to the slot, Lombardo. Shovels it back low, out of harm's way. Another turnover, one-timer. Barron with the left pad makes a big-time save. Leppert posts up behind his own net, now starts the breakout. Moves it to McGregor. McGregor's over the blue. Trying to toe drag, it's poked away from him. Duffy knocks that one down. Delayed offside here. McGregor quickly snaps it to Duffy, and he springs ahead. Duffy will drag. Off on the backhand. Wraparound try, hits the side of the net, and it comes off its moorings. We get a stoppage. Take a look at that save from Andrew Barron. As he's done this a couple of times tonight, post to post. As that pops right to the bumper spot. And he flexes out that pad. No rebound afforded for the Huskies. UConn possessed, can't get it out. Signoretti tries to put it back in. Ivers floats it low, but it's knocked down and skated out. A wrist shot comes through. Barron has to poke it away as he's unable to dive on it. That was a good look from LeBlanc there. Ivers one-hands it into the zone. Turning and putting it off the glass and out was Melanson. Melanson stretches the pass. That one picked off by Signoretti. It's taken away from him, though. LeChase does enough to slow it down. Donahue will turn and shoot, goes wide. Leach Wilson to Signoretti for Ivers, who receives the pass. Ivers cuts in, trying to drop it back off for Leach Wilson. Stays in the corner. It's forced out of the zone by LeBlanc. And icing is called. Left of Dillner for the faceoff. It's one to the boards. Bridgewood scoops it. Bridgewood walks around and shoots. Dillner will keep it tight. Long cross ice pass. Doesn't find tape. Nolte puts it back out. It'll be gloved down by Keller just outside the offensive zone. He turns and dumps it in as Del Grosso tags up. Big hit thrown by Bridgewood. Trying to force it back low is Kravitz. It's chipped ahead. Nolte gets a stick in the passing lane, and it's flipped in by Thomas Martin. Nolte leading the rush. Cuts over the blue, kicks it outside for Del Grosso. Found Keller with the pass. Couldn't take it to the net. Bridgewood keeps it in, though. Bridgewood out front for Del Grosso. Battle in the slot. Leppert opens up. His shot gets blocked. He'll keep it in, though. It comes down for Bridgewood. Bridgewood trying to spin it out front. Pops all the way to Del Grosso. He couldn't get a shot through. Now a slap shot. That is blocked. Del Grosso still working for it. Out front, one-timer. O'Donnell couldn't get it through. Huskies are eating pucks this shift. One more for O'Donnell. That goes wide. Bridgewood scoops. And again, the net comes off. Had to fix the net a lot tonight here at Northwell. It stays 4-4, almost at the halfway point of period 3. Minio on a stick lift, takes possession. Trying to roll the circle with it. It's forced back to the boards. Minio leaves it for O'Donnell. O'Donnell creates a lane, save made. Minio coming through, couldn't get a shot off. O'Donnell gloves it down. He'll put it in deep for Duffy. Duffy to Minio, just missed. Net off again. One back from Minio. Goes to McGregor, D to D, Leppert just wide. Big kick and unable to clear on the backhand with Ciccarella. That one will get thrown out. It'll be a foot race for it. Barron's gonna have to come out to play this one. Duffy swoops down to collect. Brings it back behind the net, gets some speed. Duffy's wheeling. Offside on Farmingdale. Rams win it, hacked in by Lombardo. Weak side wrap, Crodell jumps it. Crodell, little self-chip, a stick lift to keep the puck. Runs a scissor play with Leach Wilson at the point. Leaves it now for Smith. Smith to the goal, and Trabb got a touch on it. Pad save for Dillner. Leach Wilson will keep it. Backhands it in behind the net of Dillner. Lombardo for Trabb. Trabb, turning shot blocked. Trabb gets it back, another one blocked. Petite in the lane of two there. Reverse for Specht. Tried to pass it out front, and Leach Wilson's there. Puts it off the wall and into neutral ice. Tommy Smith on the dump in. It's going to pop right to Crodell. Crodell takes it around. Trying to find that passing lane. Rolls up to the point. Jumps over Smith's stick. He takes it off the wall, hits the outside of the net. Trabb out front. Lombardo put it wide. Crodell to the point. Leach Wilson with a lane. He shoots. That one went off the post, it seems. We're going to have to take a look at the replay there. That one was close. We've got a couple people behind the net pointing that it was a goal. And now we get a stoppage because, of course, the net came off again. Let's take a look at this shot from Leach Wilson, because I'm going to be honest, that might have found the back of the net. Right on the elbow, it seems. Oh, so close to a 5-4 lead there. And now the officials, with 10:25 to go in the third, will elect to take some water and try to keep the pegs in place. Couple squirts, we'll see if that works. Ivers drops it back. Signoretti's shot was trying to go top corner. Bit too fine there. Kravitz back down low. It's Ivers to the chase. Popped up on him, tough to handle. And out will be Kaplan. Kaplan dumps it cross corner. UConn looking for a line change as Nolte goes long for Ivers. Ivers going to avoid a check and now puts it into the zone, but possession lost for Farmingdale. Half the third gone, less than half of it to go. 4-all between the Huskies and the Rams. LaChase is going to be first there beneath the goal line. Looks to the weak side. It ends up popping to Ivers. Ivers will carry. Tried the dangle move, lost possession. Back out are UConn. It angles right to Nolte, and he'll backhand it into his own bench. UConn win it, but driving through Del Grosso to break up the shot. Stays with the Huskies. In front, save Barron. Rebound still there. Barron keeps it out. And here we go. Another look at these saves from Andrew Barron here. There's one. Here's another. As Barron's battling to keep the puck out. Leppert and Giles are being taken to the box right now. Both are getting coincidental penalties for roughing. It is going to be 4-on-4 hockey here, it looks like. So 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Right on net off the faceoff. Hits the outside of the cage. Another try hits the skate of Barron. Smith looks to clear. He gets it ahead for Bridgewood. Bridgewood wide, taking it to the net. Lost the puck, but stays with it. Quick poke at it. Now he's going back to the cage. Bridgewood around the net once more. Still protecting the puck here. Using that size advantage out of the corner. Bridgewood. It's Keller now. Keller for Smith. Back to Keller. Cross point, it's McGregor. Toe drag. McGregor to the net. Just missed. Keller on the keep. He'll cut. Keeps it low. Has Lombardo on the ice now. Hits Lombardo. Tried to toe drag. No shot there. Keller off, Crodell jumping on. 1 minute left to 4-on-4, 8:20 to go in regulation. Smith back to get it. Reverses for Crodell. Crodell starting to skate. Crodell, lot of pace. Cuts right to the net with the shot. He scores! John Crodell, coast to coast, and the Rams are back on top. 5-4 lead for Farmingdale with 8 minutes to go here in the third. Crodell barrels his way through the net there. Dillner trying to argue the net came off. Doesn't matter, the puck went in. It's 5-4 for Farmingdale. Huskies bench looking for an explanation here. We'll show you that replay once again while they're getting that explanation. As John Crodell goes end to end. And you see there, puck is clearly over the line, hits the back of the net. The Superman dive for Crodell to celebrate, and it's 5-4. 41 seconds remaining of 4-on-4. And 8 minutes to go in the third. Crodell trying to go forward off the draw. It works out for the Rams here. Crodell scoops it back up. It's behind the net. Wraparound try. Dillner covers. I think we're at a baker's dozen for the amount of times the net has come off tonight. Tap dancer Trentini over here. showing off his moves. We got to get you on the Jumbotron. Crodell behind the net with it. Finds Lombardo. Back to Crodell. He's tied up. Lombardo into help. Swings it to the point for Nolte. Returns it for Jace Lombardo. He'll roll into the high slot and shoot off a stick out of play. Getting set to return to 5-on-5 hockey here. Face off right at Dillner. Huskies control it. Long stretch pass into the zone ahead of the puck. As this drop for O'Donnell, that's blocked. Good look for Minio. Behind that, Minio. One more look, Duffy. And a stick in the lane, forced it over the net. Duffy stays with possession. Nice toe drag there. Slides it to Kravitz. Kravitz low for O'Donnell. O'Donnell hits Duffy in the bumper spot. That one broken up as well by Cormy. Minio takes a hard hit. Duffy across, forces a turnover. O'Donnell's shot blocked. Minio continuing to work right up against the boards as he's been doing all night. Duffy's pass missed the diving Nolte. Kravitz has to come back to get it. 6:40 remaining in the third period. 5-4 for Farmingdale. Kravitz goes long. It's touched to the middle. It's collected by Martin, who tries to weave his way in. He's knocked off the puck. Turnover forced into the slot. Poked away Barron. Still in the slot. Martin turning. Shot wouldn't go. Kravitz will ice it. 6:19 left in the third. 5-4 lead on the goal from John Crodell. Rams going to use their timeout. 6:19 to go, 1-goal advantage. And Coach Maisie calls the timeout here following that icing to give his guys a rest. Out of the timeout, and the Rams trying to kick it out of the zone. It's LeChase who does. Back over, a quick touch pass, and it'll be dumped in deep by Kaplan. Barron, just quick catch and holds it. Left of Barron for the face-off. Rams won it, but Leopard's clearing attempt was plugged up. Chance here, pad save, rebound, poked away. Leopard takes a kick at it, does get it to neutral ice. Flip back in, Barron leaves it for Ivers. McGregor looks to get it out. It's past the outstretched body of Petit. Kaplan circling around his own net. He's able to stop up and avoid Ivers. Snaps it through the middle. Into the zone, Mascari. Mascari all the way around the net. Trying to find a lane here. He'll shoot. Punched straight up into the air by Barron. Hand pass going to get called here on the Rams. Leach Wilson off the draw, gets it ahead, and Signoretti plays the body, clears the zone. LaChase over the line, offside. Ivers not thrilled with that one. He thought he dragged the leg there. It's UConn forward off the face-off, blowing a tire, though. For the Huskies was LeBlanc. Final 5 minutes here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. It's Leach Wilson up the wall. He'll be thrown right back in, glove down by Barron. Keeps the clock moving here with no pressure on. Smith goes to Bridgewood. Comes out to Keller, moves it right back to him. Dylan Bridgewood driving in, trying to settle this rolling puck. Will put it into some weak ice for himself. Goes to the point for Smith, D to D. Leach Wilson goes into the corner for Bridgewood. Keller's knocked down in front, no call coming here. Officials say keep on playing. Donovan gonna wheel this out. Donovan driven to the wall by Del Grosso as a shot from LeBlanc goes wide. Donahue retreats it to the point. Unable to get it through. Now a second chance here for Girardi, and it goes off a stick out of play. Nolte up the boards for Crodell off the wall to Lombardo. It's going to become a 2-on-1. Lombardo has Crodell out front. Save Dillner. Rebound. Net off again. Anyone at home keeping track of how many times the net has come off tonight? Let us know in the chat, please. Crodell wins it clean for Lombardo. That shot's blocked. Trabb gets there, cycles it back in. Crodell on it first to the point. It's Kravitz. Off the back wall. Kicked away by Dillner. Girardi looking to get it out. Lombardo knocks it down. Kravitz, high flip back into the UConn zone. And it's collected. Lombardo, 2-on-0. Lombardo scores! Net comes off again, but it doesn't matter. Chase Lombardo buries. It's 6-4 Rams. Two on 0, and Lombardo calls his own number. As he beats Dillner on the glove side. The Rams up by 2. UConn with possession. Backhand floater goes wide of Barron. Kravitz up the wall for Crodell. Crodell ahead for Lombardo. Trying to leave it for Trabb. It was pinched up on the red line. Now it's poked to the middle, and Crodell's going to get it into the zone. Lombardo scoops it up. Back to Crodell. Slides it across to Kravitz. Didn't get there. That shot's deflected. Ends up behind the cage. Crodell wraparound try. It was stuffed on the post. Lombardo to the net. Save Dillner, holds on to it. Face-off won by the Huskies. A weak side wrap. Signoretti racing over, gets there first. LeChase trying to play the body on Petit. He evades the check. Leppert holds the blue line. LeChase out of the corner. Looking slot, intercepted. UConn get it out. Cutting middle, Mascari shoots wide. LeChase dumps it in. UConn got a breakout once more. As Ivers is all over it, almost forces a turnover. But UConn do clear. Stick lift, Signoretti slows up the offensive chance. Great play on the back check. Off the bench, it's Keller. He gets his stick lifted, but he'll keep the puck. Keller, high backhand in. 1:40 remaining, and Del Grasso all over the puck right now. Protecting it, wraparound try. Del Grasso poking at it. Official says no. Stuffed right up on the side of the net. You just know it's coming for Gavin Del Grasso. You just don't know when. .133 to go. UConn still have their timeout in their back pocket. We'll keep our eye on Dillner if the Huskies are able to get this out, as to see when he's going to go to the bench for the extra skater. Down by 2 goals here. Farmingdale doing a phenomenal job just keeping it pinned against the wall in the corner. Becomes a 3-on-2 as the Huskies try to gain some leverage. Del Grasso on a stick lift took it away. Keller has possession now. He'll float it around for Bridgewood. Bridgewood cuts back. Looking slot, pass got blocked. And Keller with another big hit tonight. Except this time he's going to get called for a penalty. We're inside the final minute of this game. Looks like UConn is going to get a power play look here. Down by 2. So Bridgewood's going to the box. He gets called 2 for elbowing. And now UConn will call their timeout. .59 seconds remaining. Huskies are down by 2. .6-4 game. Huskies trying to draw something up where they can score too quickly. Dillner is already on the bench, so there will be an extra skater out for UConn. They are on the power play. Can they score one quick and potentially tie this game? Interesting music selection for the timeout. It's UConn who control it. Shot through, save Barron. What a glove save! Andrew Barron! I said it last week, he's only a sophomore, but the legacy he's creating between the pipes here for the Rams is already incredible. Highlight reel save after highlight reel save for number 34 in white. UConn possess up top. Faking the one-timer was Kaplan, down to the goal line with it, across the seam. Doesn't get to Mascari. He takes it off the boards. Fans on the shot. Crodell diving, trying to clear. That one comes through. Toe save. Rebound goes wide. 25 seconds left. Lombardo sends it all the way down. Misses the empty net. Kaplan back to get it. 15 seconds remaining. Sends it to the blue. It's dumped in by Cormie. Up to the point with 5. Out of the corner. One last look here for UConn. It's blocked. Goes out of play. Five-tenths of a second left. Face-off all but ceremonial here. And Crodell will pull it back, and that will do it. Farmingdale pick up a huge win here tonight. They sweep the weekend, taking down Montclair last night on the road, and come back home tonight to defeat the Huskies by a final score of 6-4. That was a hard-fought battle. It was 4-4 through most of the third period. John Crodell buries the game winner before Jace Lombardo a couple minutes later got the insurance tally, and the Rams go 2-0 here in the final weekend of January. UConn just wrapped up their regular season with this matchup tonight. They've got nothing coming up until playoffs. For the Rams, 2 home games next weekend. Friday night here at Northwell, Saturday night down in Long Beach. Both games against the University at Buffalo. 2 crucial wins for Farmingdale here. That should absolutely keep them in that number 2 spot in the Northeast Region ACHA M2 rankings. And they'll look to finish the regular season strong next weekend against Buffalo. A massive win tonight for Farmingdale. Phenomenal performance from Andrew Barron. And again, 2 clutch goals in the third period. 1 from Crodell, 1 from Lombardo. Helped create the difference and secure victory here tonight. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into our broadcast this evening. Got to thank on the camera Paul Trentini. My name is Travis Quigley. Once again, we're back here at Northwell Friday night for a game against Buffalo, and Saturday night we'll be down in Long Beach for Game 2 of the weekend series against University at Buffalo. Once again, final score 6-4 for Farmingdale. We're back next weekend for the final regular season matchup on the calendar before we get to playoffs. We'll see you all here next weekend, live and only on the LI Sports Network.